Yeah, I thought I'd change it up a little bit today, since I'm kind of wearing a new hat now for most of these reviews. It's not that I have anything wrong with this one. I still love this one. This is still the main hat, but I don't know. For some reason, I kind of just want to use this one for the time being. I don't know. Maybe it's because I just recently bought it and I like the color. I don't know. But regardless, thought I'd switch it up a bit today because I don't have a kimono or anything that's actually Japanese, so this will have to do. And it's also because we are still reviewing Cobra Kai, so I want to wear something a little bit more stylish, I guess. I honestly don't know, I'm just being dumb. But regardless, we're here to talk about Cobra Kai, specifically Cobra Kai Season 3, which, yeah, it's another great season. But it's another one that I unfortunately do not have a lot to say about. So, with all that out of the way, I'm still going to try to do my best to elaborate on my thoughts without going into spoilers, because I will not dare ruin this show for anybody. Because this show is quickly turning into one of the coolest things I've checked out in a while. So, let's talk about it together, shall we? What's up? What's happening? What's going on? Everybody, welcome back to Research everything animation, including insert tagline here, as well as TV and movies. I'm your host, Jackson Small. Welcome back to Kah-Rah-Tay May. Welcome to Cobra Kai Season 3. And this is the huge tipping point. This is when Kreese fully takes over Cobra Kai after kicking Johnny to the curb. It's where Johnny ends up finding his new own dojo, that being Eagle Fang, and how he attempts to team up with Daniel LaRusso and Miyagi-Do to take Cobra Kai down for good. As the stakes continue to escalate, and so many other things happen, and I will not dare spoil anything else. I'll just say that if you love the big massive brawl that happened at the end of Season 2, you're going to love the big massive brawl that ends at the end of Season 3. Because things are getting tense, things are getting violent, and things are getting very, very escalated. And one character may or may not end up switching sides, as more alliances are formed and betrayal is right around the corner. Okay. That's all the build-up I can really do for this season, and while I don't think it's better than Season 2, it's still a great follow-up to Season 2. Why? Well, allow me to explain. Here we go. The huge tipping point of the show as Kreese fully takes over Cobra Kai, Johnny and Daniel begin to bury their hatchet. Kinda, with the help of Allie. Yes, Allie returns, and I'm pretty sure she was in the trailer. So, not that big of a spoiler. Allie does return, played by her original actress, and they finally address why she ended up leaving Daniel in between Karate Kid 1 and 2. Trauma haunts Samantha after nearly dying at the hands of Tori. Miguel comes back from near death after getting his back broken over a railing by... what was his name again? By Johnny's son. What the heck was his... Sorry, I'm a little bit... It's bothering me, because I literally just had this guy's name down in my head. Robbie. That's his name, Robbie. Thank you, Internet. Robbie, that's his name. Okay. Because of Robbie kicking him over the second floor thing, he comes back from near death, and new allegiances form as the stakes continue to escalate, all leading up to one massive brawl that will draw lines in the sand. Cobra Kai Season 3 is a great follow-up to the shocking finale of Season 2. More great writing, superb storytelling, especially when we get to see Daniel travel back to Okinawa, and we get to see how pivotal and important the second Karate Kid movie is to this franchise, even now. More great performances as more legacy actors return. I already spoiled that Allie's coming back, and she is better than she was in the original Karate Kid movie. I don't even know how that happened. more fantastic action. Again, the action continues to be the highlight of this show. Just the choreography, the way that's shot in cinematography, it's all just so good. The action in this show is fantastic. And high rewatchability. Heck, even LaRusso's daughter is a lot better, as she finally gets significant character development and the actress starts delivering a much better performance. Yeah, I know I was harsh on her in the previous 2 reviews, but I don't mean any ill will towards her. I just did not really buy her as the character. But with this season, now that she actually has some trauma and demons of her own to try to overcome after what happened at the end of Season 2, she finally turns into a much more complex and much more interesting character. And in turn, the performance gets a lot better too. However, the side characters are still hit or miss. I'm still not sold on Tori. She just seems like a very generic, run-of-the-mill, bad girl character. And Kreese can get a little tiring sometimes. Like, I don't hate Kreese, and I do think that they've improved him a lot over this in the 2nd season, but I don't know. After a while, watching him spread his poisonous philosophy, it can get a little tiring. I know that's probably what the show is supposed to do, but at the same time, it is tiring. Overall, though, it is still a great season, and I am now fully invested in this show. Like, this is the season that got me hooked and showed me that seasons 1 and 2 weren't just a fluke. This is a show that knows what it is and just has a blast being what it is. That being an awesome, incredible, fantastic continuation of the Karate Kid saga, while also throwing in new elements and a ton of new development. So, yeah, it's a pretty freaking great season, just like most of this show has been so far. And while I may have my issues with it, at this point they're just whittling down the nitpicks. Like, this show is great up to this point, and hopefully the second half of the show, those being seasons 4, 5, and 6, are just as great, if not even better. But we'll find out next time. As for this review, my final verdict for this 3rd season of Karate Kid, my 3rd season of Cobra Kai is a full final verdict of a high and well-deserved 8.5 out of 10. It is a half point off of the green heart of approval. And it's just because of Kreese getting a little tiring with his poisonous philosophy. Which, again, I know this show's probably going for on purpose, but it can get a little tiring. And that's why I can't really quite give it that high score I gave to Season 2. But it is better than Season 1, so it kind of falls in the middle. It's still great, all 3 of these seasons are great, and I highly recommend this show. It has been opening my eyes a lot as of late, and I only hope that as I keep watching it, it only gets better. Will it? Well, we'll find out next time when we tackle Season 4 of Cobra Kai, which is where we finally start getting back into the tournament side of things. So, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in that review. Peace. Fighting for what comes up ahead. Hey,